Welcome to the Mixed Review Show, where you're never quite sure what I'll review next. Well, it's Australia Day, a day when everybody just goes a little bit bogan, with the red on their necks complementing the red on the Union Jack on the Australian flag, which they have wrapped around their bodies. I have my VB. I have my Vegemite sandwich. I have my Tim Tams. I have my temporary tattoo, and I also have this. It's a hat. It is a stupid looking Australia Day Australian flag hat. Great, huh? So there's a... yeah, I'm not gonna wear this. It's so stupid. I'm gonna put it over here. Okay, so there's only one movie I could think of to watch on such a day as this. It is an Australian classic that represents life in Australia in the 90s really, really well. It is called The Castle.
Mixed review show. You never know what I'm gonna review next and stuff.
Now, this movie is a serious slice of Australiana. Forget Baz Luhrmann's Australia. That movie was a lame, glamorized version of Australia. And Crocodile Dundee? Nah. If you want to see a movie that showcases not only the best of Australian comedy, but also the closest portrayal of ochre Australians I've seen put to film, you can't go past The Castle. Hell, look at this house. Now look at this photo I took of a house on my street. Damned if they don't look like they could be neighbours. Even this magnet of a duck in front of a picket fence on the range hood in this shot. My house had this exact magnet on its range hood. No joke. I mean, yes, the fashion is somewhat over the top. It's more early 90s than when it was released, which was 97. But the setting doesn't get much more authentic than this. So anyway, The Castle is a film about a family, a lower class family, that lives very close to an airport. And when I say close, I mean...
Airbus, Brisbane via Sydney.
How close are you to the end of the runway?
Oh, just over the fence.
Is that the runway there?
Yeah.
There?
Beautiful.
I'll let the movie's narrator do most of the introducing, because I can't write anything better than this.
Dad bought this place 15 years ago for a steal. As a real estate agent said, location, 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 and we're right next door to the airport. It will be very convenient if we ever have to fly one day. Dad still can't work out how he got it so cheap. It's worth almost as much today as when we bought it. Dad is the backbone of the Kerrigan family. He made our billiard table. If Dad is the backbone, Mum is the other bones. All of them. They met at the Greyhounds one night and it was love at first sight. Mum just loves craft, and she can pretty up just about anything.
Spray can and stencil, Dale, that's all you need.
You could sell that. What do you call that, Dale?
Sponge cake.
Beautiful. And what's that stuff on top?
Icing sugar.
I have two brothers and a sister, all older than me. Steve is an apprentice mechanic, but he spends most of his time reading the Trading Post. He just loves buying and trading.
Ergonomic chairs. 4 of them. What's he want? 180. He's dreaming.
I guess it's no secret that Tracy's his favourite.
How do I look, Dad?
Dad just loves her.
You look beautiful.
Once she was on The Price is Right. It was such an exciting afternoon for us.
Swap them around.
None of us could actually believe it was Tracy up there with Larry Emdia.
$45,000 worth of prizes. The luggage needs to be more than 640. It needs to be less than 740.
She almost won the lot.
Go!
If only she'd known the price of the luggage. Dad reckons the day Trace told him she'd been accepted into Sunshine TAFE hairdressing was about the proudest day of his life.
Oh hey, Eric Bana. Yes, that Eric Bana. The Kerrigan family have a holiday home at Bonnie Doon.
It is a little town on a big lake.
I'll let the movie show you the marvellous sights of Bonnie Doon.
It's a beautiful place, especially this time of year when the water levels are down. Dad could not believe his luck when he found this place. It was a bargain, and he couldn't work out why. It was just a block of land with a beautiful view.
Listen to that! Singing like a bird!
He just loved Bonnie Doon, and he reckoned the faster you went, the more you saw of it.
Look at that!
What?
Back there! Marvellous, ain't it? The lake, the kids. Oh, look at the dogs. Don't they love it?
Truly majestic.
It's great to have you two back.
It's great to be back.
Great to be up here. They haven't got a place like this in Bangkok. How's the serenity? Not a sound.
So anyway, because the family lives right near an airport, some people, Airlink or something,
Who the hell is Airly?
decide that they want to expand the airport. And so they decide to...
Compulsorily acquired. You know what this means, don't you? They're acquiring it compulsorily.
Yeah, meaning they're buying people's land and forcing them to move away from the area. Now the Kerrigan family won't have a bar of that, even though it's a cruddy house that planes almost hit on a daily basis.
Sometimes you think they're going to land right on top of you. Freaks the dogs.
They don't want to lose their homes.
I'm not interested in compensation. I don't want to go.
In fact, Daryl is exceptionally pleased with his house and the way the family lives, even if it's far from glamorous. Well, when I was growing up, we didn't have it much better than that. At first, they hire a local solicitor to pick up their case. He works above this 1-hour photo place. I wonder what's going on downstairs.
Just hanging out with my family.
Now, this local solicitor, not cut out to defend this case.
I've got it here is the section 51, second from the bottom.
The Parliament shall have power to make laws with respect to copyrights, patents of inventions and designs and trademarks.
It's all part of it. This is what I'm getting at. That's my point. It's the vibe of it.
All right, taken. Do you have a precedent which supports this vibe?
Yes. Yes, I do. Just one moment. What's the name of the famous Aboriginal?
Kathy Freeman.
No, the court...
Yvonne Goolagong.
No, Mabo.
But luckily, Daryl runs into Bud Tingwell, who's playing a QC.
Yeah, QC. You're one of those.
What's that?
Queen's Counsel.
Oh, you counsel the Queen.
They're the lawyers rich people use, huh?
Mr. Hamill was the star of the show.
Section 51, paragraph 31. The Parliament shall have power to make laws with respect to the acquisition of property on just terms.
And thusly, the family is able to win the case. With this small-time solicitor, well...
Dennis was very helpful too. He was passing books around like a librarian. He even learnt Roman numerals, especially for the trip.
Paragraph 31.
Simply helps out. Sort of.
In the end, who knows whether it was Dad's words or Mr. Hamill or even Dennis's note passing, but we won the case.
In favour of the appellant.
Shit. That's us.
Bullshit. We won.
We won.
You little ripper! Thanks, lads.
Dad reckoned it's important to be noble in victory, so he spoke to the other QC,
Oh, hey,
the one who had a go at Wayne.
bad luck. You dickhead.
The case was all over the news that night.
Good evening. First tonight, a landmark decision in the High Court today has confirmed the age-old saying, a man's home is his castle. When the huge Airlink consortium tried to compulsorily acquire a string of homes on Melbourne's outskirts earlier this year, they didn't expect a fight. Well, they got one.
It was a case of Darryl versus Goliath in the High Court of Australia today when tow truck driver...
Mum reckons it's real funny how one day you're not famous and then the next day you are famous and then you're not anymore.
It's a simple story, but it's carried really well by some very well-written slice-of-life scenes scattered throughout the movie.
I mean, now that is a head of hair. Just beautiful.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm only stating the truth.
Dad, what's a pulpit?
Where the minister gives his sermon from. How much?
800?
Dreaming.
Where's Con?
Down the shops?
You and Con talked about kids yet?
Yeah, Con wants to start straight away, but, you know, I've got a career.
Oh, of course.
So I said I'm not having kids until I'm at least 23.
Steve did get them ergonometric chairs, and Mum had already started prettying hers up. Dad placed a great deal of importance on mealtime. He had a very strict rule. When the family starts to eat, the television is definitely turned down. But as soon as we finish eating, it's a different story.
That was great.
Dad, 7:30.
All right, time for some fun.
Dad reckons there's only one show better than Hey Hey It's Saturday, and that's the best of Hey Hey It's Saturday.
It definitely makes the movie that much more enjoyable and funny. It's been a long time since I last saw this film, and I must say it was a delight to see it again after so long, and have it be actually funnier than when I saw it back in my tweens. I guess I just understand the humour better now. It's a movie full of jokes only Australians would fully understand, but I think it does have some humour that people from other countries would find funny, and if it helps them understand the Australian sense of humour, then that's awesome. In my eyes, it's the last great Australian comedy movie. After this movie, comedy movies kind of fizzled out. I mean, 2005 brought us this movie, You and Your Stupid Mate. It's just as bad as the poster makes it look. Fortunately, our comedy hasn't dried up completely. We've had some pretty good TV shows. Chris Lilly's work, for example, is golden.
Do you guys like Beck? Like, do you reckon she's really annoying sometimes? I totally find her annoying.
Kinda do, actually.
She makes the dumbest calls, and she's just
Yeah,
like so random.
It's 'cause
It's
she's
not
Asian.
because she's
That's really
Asian,
rude
it's
if
because
it's
she's annoying. Like, I didn't think I'd find such a cool bunch of girls to be friends with, like, just in one day.
Jesus, the bloody goal's as big as my ass. Get it in.
But I digress. The Castle is an absolute classic of the 90s, and the perfect film for Australia Day. Why not stay in and watch this instead of getting drunk and obnoxious on the beach? Okay guys, I'm going to finish on something a little bit different this time. I'm going to try a Tim Tam Slammer with beer. Now, if you've never heard of a Tim Tam Slammer, let me explain. Normally what you would do with one of these is you would bite off each end, like so. Have a cup of coffee and use this as a straw until it gets all melted and delicious, and then you eat it. Now, that's not quite Australian enough for me today, so I'm going to try it with some of this instead. It remains to be seen what it's going to taste like and how this is going to get. It might get soggy, but it won't melt. So, good luck to me. Okay. Filling the cup, because I can't dip a Tim Tam one into the bottle, can I? Now, should be interesting. Have you ever had chocolate beer? Because that's what this is. Chocolate beer. It's not as bad as I expected, but I don't think I'll be having it again in a hurry. Okay. Losing my voice now. Okay, I'll see you next time, guys. Now, because there are so many things I want to review that don't fit into the theme, I will be interspersing my theme videos with some non-theme videos, which I'll call Mixed Reviews Extras. This will help me be able to use topical reviews, and basically will let me be able to review different things other than the 90s in Australia, which is great, but there's other things that I want to review as well. So keep an eye out for those, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, big ears.
We'd had many top nights, but this was the most top. Pity my oldest brother couldn't be there. His name's Wayne. He's in jail. 8 years for armed robbery. Many people would call him the black sheep of the family. But not Mum and Dad. He got caught up with the wrong crowd. He didn't mean to rob the petrol station. Now he's sorry. With good behaviour, he'll be out in a couple of years. I visit him every Friday.
How's Mum?
Good.
How's Dad?
Good.
How's Trace?
Good.
How are you?
Good.
How's Steve?
He's alright.
Good.
Even though he's the oldest and I'm the youngest, we get on great. We can just chat for hours.
Thanks for coming, Dale.
You want some chewy?
No.
This is beautiful, Dale. What do you call these things again?
Rissoles. Everybody cooks rissoles, Dale.
Yeah, but it's what you do with them.
Mum reckons the trick is you don't use mince meat. She gets topside and crushes it.
Is that right, Dale?
Yeah,
Well,
silver side. She gets silver side and she'll crush that too.
Dad, guy's selling a pair of jousting sticks.
Jousting sticks? What's he want for them?
Make us an offer.
Dale, what do you want with jousting sticks?
Well, I don't know, but I reckon they wouldn't come up all that often.
Yeah, but they're jousting sticks. I mean, what would anyone want with jousting sticks?
Well, if you get them for half price, it's a bargain.
Give him a call?
Yeah.
I didn't really drink all of those beers.